Welcome to Late Entry, your favorite or soon-to-be favorite place for sports news, the wildest viral topics, and conversations guaranteed to make you laugh. I'm joined tonight by Baby Jokic
What up, though?
and Kyle Likes Crackers.
What up, though?
Y'all just running the same shit tonight. All right, very original. Before
We're synced up. We're on our periods.
I was gonna say it.
I hate you, motherfuckers. Tonight we're gonna talk a little bit about the NBA playoffs. We're gonna talk about some KD versus Acho. The football team is releasing their NFL schedules and some funny posts. So before we get into all of that, Kyle, we talked last week about how you can get Alexa to play Niggas in Paris. I have a solution for you. So Doris Burke went viral the other night for as she was broadcasting. She said the New York Knickerbockers, and all of the world thought that she 100% said the New York Knickerbockers. So you are now able, Alexa, play Knickerbockers in Paris.
It's like the golf
shit,
Knickers,
my Alexa.
you know?
Hold on, she turned on.
Yeah,
Alexa,
yeah.
pause. All right, that was fucked up. She said you called?
That's hilarious.
All right, so
Oh my god.
Nuggets take care of business tonight. They forced a Game 7, beat the Thunder. Jalen Williams was ass, and we had some light-skinned dude with curly hair look like me out there fucking going crazy for 15 points. So, we live. Good to see. This is one of the best series in the playoffs so far, so I'm happy that we're getting another game for that. Warriors go home. Fucking Draymond Green, all his hopes and dreams of, we're going to win a championship. That shit's gone. Anthony Edwards completes the prophecy, kind of. He now did send...
He got the next door.
Yep, he got the next door, but it only half counts because Steph wasn't actually there. Jimmy Butler,
clip
dog.
of Julius Randle hitting that three goes over to Steph's face, and he's just like, fucking gold mine.
Dog, Jimmy Butler did not have a good series, man. That boy got outscored by Podziemski, Kuminga. They got him to be able to put the team on his back if they needed to. There was no playoff Jimmy, man. That was Gerald Butler, the fucking 90-year-old with a cane. That motherfucker did not play well, and I feel like everybody's got to be disappointed in that. What did you guys think?
There was no playoff Jimmy over there. I don't know what the hell is in the water over there, and it was at San Francisco / Oakland, but it's not doing him well. He needs to go back to Florida.
Needs that Florida sun back in his eyes. Yeah, that was a rough series. As a Steph fan, that was hard to see because he couldn't do nothing about it. And yeah, Jimmy fell short. I don't know. I think it's a little bit too much to ask of him to, but I mean, it's playoff Jimmy. That's why we call him that for a reason, right? But it's a lot to ask of him to go against these Timberwolves and do it by himself with crash out Draymond approaching 35, 40, whatever he is, and just a bunch of young bucks that without a ton of experience around him. And I mean, I know he's done that before, but like we were saying last episode or 2 episodes ago, Jimmy ain't getting any younger either, So you can't expect a 34-year-old to, do it for you every single year by himself. So I think if Steph's active for this series, it's maybe a different story. Maybe we're at least stretching it to 6 or 7, but yeah, I mean, Ant-Man knocked down another door. The hinges might have been falling off of it, but he knocked it down.
I don't know. My whole thing is we saw Jimmy single-handedly carry teams to the finals. Granted, he was in the East before, but I think it's crazy that we didn't get one standout like this is the Jimmy Butler game. All they needed to do was win one game. They were saying that Steph was on track to return Game 6, and all they had to do was get it to a game 6. And through that whole stretch, there was no like, oh shit, Jimmy stepped up and put on this great performance and got the one game that they needed him to get. That's where I'm at with the whole thing. I feel like that was disappointing. Everyone was really excited that, you know, we got Jimmy. And is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough? And I told you, motherfuckers, back then. I told you, and everyone called me crazy, especially when they made the playoffs. They won their first round. I said it's not enough. And guess who the fuck was finally right about something? But yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely not enough to get them to the finals. They also came from the play-in.
It wasn't enough for them to win a game. One game without Steph.
Yeah.
Shout out Spencer. He was finally right about something.
I've been on a real bad fucked up streak recently.
End of a cold streak.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
All right. While we're talking about fucking people's takes aging fucking poorly, Kyle, the Celtics won last night, beat the Knicks. If the Knicks wind up blowing this to the Celtics, which it is possible, I don't think it's going to happen, but it is 100% possible. You and the Celtics and the Knicks are going to look real fucking goofy. You called it series over earlier, stood on business. That is no way this is happening. And the Knicks would look fucking awful, bro, to be up 3-1 and lose that shit. That'd be tough without their best player. The Celtics are like the only team I think that are still in the playoffs that I think could do something like that, being deep enough. They'd have to win 2 straight. I don't necessarily think I see it happening, but yeah, they looked good. They looked good the other night against them. What'd you guys think? Actually, Kyle, you take this first.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start by doubling down that they'll get it done. They'll get it done. Call it in 6, whatever. Yeah, that was definitely surprising. The rally behind the Celtics without Tatum. I mean, they are a good team. It's not just him, and that's something that I think a lot of people gloss over because it's just the 1-2 punch, and people talk so much shit about Jaylen Brown. And maybe the offense just working through Jaylen Brown is going to help some of the decision making on offense and the playmaking and the scheming. But I think you put a game on tape now without Tatum, you beat them. I think Thibodeau is going to get back to the drawing board, and they'll go back to playing their hard-nosed defense. Shout out my voice crack. They'll go back to playing hard-nosed defense, and they will clean it up in 6.
I love that voice crack.
Hey, it better end in 6 because if they go to Game 7, bro, Celtics got it. There's no reason
Back
that the
in
Celtics
Boston.
would. Yeah, there's no reason that
I think you might be right.
There's no reason the Celtics would let that get to 7 just to fall apart in Game 7. So this is I would say that this Game 6 is an absolute must win for them. Otherwise, it's wraps. And Joe Mazzulla, he's got the team focused the right way. He had a quote. He said, "A few hours ago, all we had to do was win one game. Now, all we have to do win one game. We're taking this shit game by game and just hey, we gotta win one. All right, we gotta win one. We're gonna see. Nolan."
Joe Mazzulla always has some hard-ass quotes. I love that dude as a basketball coach. He is just grit, grind, we're going to fucking beat you playing the way that we play, and it's really fucking amazing to watch. And he's pretty positive overall, I think. I think that it's going to be very hard for the Celtics to do anything else farther in the playoffs without Jason Tatum. He's really kind of proven himself as that centerpiece for the team, both on offense and defense. Obviously, they were still able to win that game, Game 5. So I guess we'll see how Jaylen Brown plays, see if Porzingis can stay on the floor longer than 20 minutes a game. And goddamn, it's like Al Horford's going to have to step his old ass up too.
Yeah, but I mean, they've got they're getting contributions from. Go ahead, Kyle.
Sorry, I was just gonna say if the Celtics do and Joe Mazzulla do, like they find a way to win, like Nolan was kind of just saying, like the Pacers almost have what looks like the easiest walk in. Like we were all, I mean, well, Spencer was a hater on the Pacers, but like we were all talking about, them making a run, but not sure if they could get all the way there. I mean, they really, and not like the Cavaliers were super hurt, but they made them look like frauds. They made Milwaukee. I mean, they showed those holes, and so it would be. I mean, I know I'm jumping ahead a little. Sorry, but that next series, even if the Celtics do come back, it's like that road is such a steep uphill to get to the finals.
Shit,
still.
Even the Knicks trying to beat the Pacers is going to be really fucking tough.
Bro,
yeah, that's true.
The Knicks, I need it to be a healthy Knicks team against the Pacers, bro. Because I still am on the whole thought that the fucking Pacers are frauds, bro. They are. In the closeout game against the Cavs, you had Evan Mobley, you had Darius Garland, and you had fucking Donovan Mitchell. All hurt, bro. All visibly playing through injury. And it still was a close game. They brought them down to the wire with fucking every time Donovan Mitchell moved, you could tell he was in pain. Bro was in so much pain he missed 2 free throws, which is very abnormal from him. And they still brought him down to the wire. No, but I'm saying the closeout game that they played. All 3 of the players played hurt. You're saying they beat him in 5. Darius Garland didn't play the first, I think, 2 games.
And I think the Cavs should be able to win without him on the floor. Same way that Boston should be able to win without any of their players on the floor.
What? What do you mean? Not many teams are able to lose their best player.
I mean, Darius Garland missing time isn't the same as Jason Tatum missing time. That's for sure.
Right, but Boston's the Celtics, they're losing time in every game.
The Celtics are much Porzingis. Yeah, right. But the Celtics are way deeper. They're way deeper.
I fully agree with that. But I still believe that the Cavs, as a 1 seed, should be able to fight through that and beat a fraudulent team, which I don't think the Pacers are fraudulent. That's where I think your argument kind of falls apart.
The Celtics sent 3 players to the Olympics and had a huge snub at Jaylen Brown not going. The Cavs sent who to the Olympics? Like, the Cavs have a starting lineup. They've got some good role players, but they don't have the depth like that, like the Celtics do. The Celtics have depth unlike any other team.
Well, they won, 60, 63, 64 games this year?
Yeah, I'm just saying that Cavs did not have Darius Garland, and they, for, I think, 2 games, Evan Mobley missed at least 1 game, and they lost those games, and Donovan Mitchell was going crazy. And then Donovan Mitchell gets hurt. And then when all 3 of them play, even though they were hurt, visibly hurt, playing through pain, they still were able to make that, I think game 5 it was that they went home. They were still able to make that a close game all the way down to the end. Imagine if they were fully healthy. And all I'm saying is that I want to see a fully healthy Knicks team play a fully healthy Pacers team. If the Pacers beat the Knicks and everyone's healthy, I will give it up. They're as good as advertised. But there's still been nothing to disprove my point of the fact that they're feasting on injured teams for 2 seasons back-to-back in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a fair take on that. They have been playing a lot of injured teams, but I think that's kind of par for the course for a lot of teams that make it out of the East that aren't, necessarily those finals teams that you think are going to be there. I mean, we saw the Miami Heat do that, and I'm pretty sure we saw I can't remember who the team was 3 or 4 years ago, but we've seen those runs in the playoffs. I think the Pacers last year even had something similar happen with them. So
every team that has injuries, other than so far the Celtics that just won the game last night, every team that has injuries loses, bro. The Mavs couldn't get out of the play-in because they had so many injuries. The Grizzlies lost round 1 because they had injuries. They got destroyed. Steph misses time for the Warriors. The Warriors go home. The Lakers had Luka and LeBron both hurt, plus no center. They go home. Only the Celtics have really shown that they could potentially make something happen without having a good player injured. That's just how it goes. And all I'm saying is, by some fucking form of witchcraft going on in Indiana, the Pacers have, for 2 seasons in a row, been able to line up with those fucking teams. They keep dropping players. That's craziness. And it's not like they're missing
Yeah,
a
but I mean,
player
that's the
or a
thing
role player or a
that
bench
you
player.
just.
Go ahead.
But you just said it. Injuries happen all throughout the league. Steph's hurt. LeBron's hurt. All these stars are hurt in the playoffs. It's not just the Pacers playing hurt teams. The Timberwolves just got through 2 series where they were playing with they played the Lakers with no center, and then they played a hurt Golden State team, and now they're in the conference final. So I mean, the argument can be made on both sides. What I do agree with you on is the Knicks need to stay healthy in order to beat them because their bench points are abysmal. So you need to have your 5 starters ready to go. I mean, and they're not going to be as, primed as they are for this series or the series before, but they got to dig deep and play their asses off.
Yeah,
Now,
Tibbs is going to be playing everybody 45 minutes a game.
Yeah,
probably the next 2, well, definitely next game, but
definitely
it's going to be a home game too. So we're just going to see them dogging it up and down the court at the end of the game.
And how long can that hold up?
Supposed to be all the way.
You brought up the Timberwolves playing back-to-back hurt teams. They got some credit for sure for what they did to the Lakers. I don't think anybody is sitting here giving them like tons and tons of credit for beating the Warriors. As soon as Steph was hurt, that was like, all right, this series is kind of fucking over. Like, you know what I mean? No one's coming out here. The praise that we were prepared to give Anthony Edwards for sending Steph home, that's been dampened significantly. Like, you know what I mean? If Steph played and they beat them, we would have got on here singing the praises that we planned on singing. We're not doing that still. And all I'm saying is I'm not going to do that for the Pacers until they play somebody until they play somebody that's healthy. That's all I'm saying. As far as them, the Knicks, they need to wrap it up too, not just for health reasons, but the Pacers are sitting, waiting, like rested, waiting for them to play. So the Knicks are going to come out of it. If they take this to a game 7, they're giving them way too much time to get rested to play them. Keeping it with the Celtics and Knicks. So Emmanuel Acho posted a video from his show, The Facility. And he said, the Celtics match up better against the Knicks without Jason Tatum than they do with him. Give me 2 minutes to show you something you may have missed. I'll convince you exactly why. So then Kevin Durant, as always, pops off. Hot take artists have ruined the sport. Football guys, no disrespect, but y'all need to stay in y'all lanes. You don't know what it's like between those lines, man. Give it a break. Dudes who quit football early to pursue media, talking mental toughness. Cut it out. I'm tired of this shit from Kevin Durant, bro. I saw people on Twitter talking about how, he cooked Acho. No, he didn't. I'm with Stephen A. Stephen A. has said this before a lot of times. No one is allowed to critique basketball players according to Kevin Durant. Fans can't do it. Journalists can't do it. And like pundits on TV, ex-football players can't do it. And neither can NBA players. It's not even like he will take the criticism from NBA players. He'll fire back at them too if he doesn't agree with them. It just feels like more, and it's not specifically toward him this time, but it just feels like he's got this like weird thing where he wants to protect the basketball league from anyone talking shit and will fire back about it. I feel like everybody is, that is some crazy thunder. Nolan, was that on your side?
This storm is getting pretty nuts right now.
Yeah. That was me. God. That's crazy. But it just feels like I don't understand what KD's problem is. Every other sport has people that come on and talk about him. Now, we've had conversations before about, I think sometimes the way that the NBA is covered is kind of weird, but people are going to have opinions regardless if you play it or not. We're sitting here talking about this. Fans at home are going to have opinions. You know what I mean? And for him to say that, like about Acho made it to the NFL. I think he played 3 seasons. So yeah, he wasn't a Hall of Famer, but he still played. It's not like he doesn't understand the kind of mental toughness you've got to have in order to make it to a professional league, to be a professional athlete. So to discredit him like that, I just feel like it seems just cheap. What do you guys think?
I think it's a soft take from KD. The only criticism he ever accepts, from what I've seen, is other NBA players talking shit to each other. And I think that's just a really horrible way to go about, especially with the media relationship with the players in the NBA and stuff like that. I think it's just trash take horrible. Spencer, you were all over it with your first opinion there.
Kyle?
Yeah, that was not a good look. I mean, I've talked crap about the man on the Lakers for talking his shit back to the media and kind of letting them have it and complaining about calls and just stuff like that on different interviews and things like that. And just kind of I used to call him a crybaby and stuff, but he's, he, to his credit, the shit that happened with him and Stephen A, he's like, I can understand, you talking about me, talking about my son, like, don't talk to me as a father. You're a sports commentator, talk about sports. And if it's sticking to sports, then you got to let that shit be talked. And I love you, KD, but yeah, I don't agree with this one. I mean, I am one of those people now. I'm literally a football guy commenting on basketball takes. Like, I am, me calling the Knicks over the Celtics and them being wrong is a testament to that. But and even basketball guys get that shit wrong, man. Like, we're up here talking shit. Like, what do you want us to do? We're trying to entertain, and we're sharing some of our opinions in the meantime. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. He can do the same thing, which is why he's entitled to making that post. But I definitely don't agree with his take. Like, I'm not going to stop, KD. Sorry, bro. Late entries on the up and up.
It's just crazy to me. Like, I feel like Kevin Durant he's such a complex person. I feel like he's like the definition of, like, inside every man there are two wolves. And it's like, on the court, KD is such a phenomenal basketball player. When I'm watching him play, it's so hard for me to want to root against him because it's impressive, beautiful basketball. But then him off the court, it just, like, he does some funny stuff and he says some funny things, but then he seems just to lash out for no reason. And it gets tiring. I feel like I'm very sick and tired of every time I turn around seeing KD lash out at somebody else about it. And okay, cool.
He's got mad Twitter fingers.
He does. And sometimes it's funny. He's cooked some people before that I thought were justified and hilarious. But I mean, to come at Acho for this, and I'm not even like a big Acho fan, but to come at Acho like this and say that, like, oh, you don't know what it's like to to be with inside the lines of this. It's like, okay, that doesn't necessarily matter. Bill Belichick never played professional football. He played in college and then he was done. He's one of the greatest coaches of all time. You know what I mean? Arguably the greatest coach of all time. You don't have to play professional sports to be able to understand what's going on and relate to it and provide analysis from it and stuff like that. And just because you didn't succeed as, a Hall of Fame football player doesn't mean that you can't comment on sports and have productive and good things to say about them and learn from other people for it. So I just think it was a whack ass take. Kyle, were you going to say something?
Oh, yeah.
I was just going to say, KD, if you want to be interviewed by us or you want to jump on the pod, just reach out to my socials, bro.
All right. So the
KD,
NFL.
I want to hear more about your take.
The NFL teams have released their schedules. A lot of them went about them in creative, or at least they thought they were creative ways. I can't believe that people clowned Ashton Hall into more fame. This seems to be a trend which is disgusting in society, that someone will do some. That's what we should do, bro. We should just sell out. Fuck this podcast stuff. Let's just start making corny ass fucking videos of us recording ourselves doing stuff until somebody gives us a sponsorship, bro. The Jags got Ashton Hall to fucking go through and recreate his morning routine to release the schedule. And it was cringy. But the Jacksonville Jags are, to me, becoming the fucking face of NFL cringe. Fucking the coach getting hired with his Duval to this. Duval. They're going to be the Jacksonville Cringes. That's their new team mascot.
Hell no, they're getting sent to fucking London next year.
You think so? Like they're going to be like the team, like they're going to move from Jacksonville?
Not literally, but as soon as they expand into different countries, they get fucking teleportation up and running. Jacksonville's the first team to go.
Once they got holographic football games being played on a field, Jacksonville's done.
So yeah, Jacksonville has a cringy ass Ashton Hall.
That's funny.
The Colts saw them and were like, we can do something even worse. They released a fucking video, I think like Minecraft video.
Wait, you were gonna gloss right over Ashton Hall like that? We're gonna gloss right over my ice bucket boy like that?
What do you want? What else do you want to say about him?
Bro, he was looking great. That's my guy. I've been watching his videos I still do the ice bucket and the banana peel. Like, that wasn't an act. You guys thought that was an act? That wasn't a bit. All right, now you can move on.
So the Colts fucking released their fucking
pull out a banana peel.
Oh my god!
I should have had that ready.
The Colts have released a video of their schedule, and in theirs, they've got fucking the Coast Guard arresting Tyreek Hill as a Dolphin, which to me, like, it's funny if a fan did that. It's not funny from the actual team. It seems classless. Like you know what I mean? Like if a fan released a video like that, it'd be funny. You know, we'd all get a good laugh out of it. But what are we doing here as an actual NFL team? Your social media is making fun of another player for getting arrested and making a joke about that in their fucking schedule release. Like that, it just seems classless to me. You know what I mean? Like when you're in certain positions, I feel like you can't do stuff like that. Like it wouldn't seem good coming from an owner. It wouldn't seem good like from an official fucking team release. You know, if you know you're about to play each other, right? And like a player on like the Colts was like you know a cornerback, and we're like, all right, well, how do you look forward to like playing Tyreek this week? And he was like, you know, I'm about to lock him up like that police officer did. We shit talking, that's funny, you know what I mean? But why are we doing this as an official fucking team post? I don't know. What did you guys think?
I thought it was funny. Definitely came from the wrong people, though, like you had said. It's really funny. Even Tyreek said himself that he found the video to be funny. But obviously, just not a good light for that social media manager. They fucking took that video down pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they tried to blame it on their partnership with Microsoft as well or something like that. Yeah, that was an interesting video. When you told me about it, I was like, what? And yeah, it felt like one of those like cyanide. I can't remember what they're called. Like like there were these little cartoon stick figures. Like the whole
cyanide
animation of it was just very, very strange. Cyanide and happiness. Thank you. And I don't know, to put the T. Hill above his head after all of it is just, that's wild. Yeah, that was a stupid call out by the organization, like you just said. That was a blunder by the social media manager. To me, it felt like I saw it, and I know nothing about Jim Irsay, but I was just like, makes sense. I mean, I don't know much about Jim Irsay, like as a person, but I was just like, makes sense, dude. This guy is fucking whack. So like he would totally put a stamp up on this. I'm sure it never even crossed his like clipboard, but like it made sense coming from the Colts. No offense to your organization, but yeah, that was not a good look. Obviously, they'll probably try to do something to bounce back from it. Maybe they'll sign Tyreek Hill or something.
Yo, that was a good point.
All-time move.
I didn't even think about the Irsay angle of that, and you're right. He probably never did see it, but that does seem like some shit coming from a Jim Irsay area. Okay.
Dude, it was a fucking Minecraft video. There was another team that released a Minecraft video as well, but they didn't have nearly as much controversial shit in there.
Yeah.
I forgot who it was. I think they showed I think the Colts video too. I think they had one of the players on another team getting hit by a bus or something too, which is crazy. But yeah,
I saw them pouring lava down into a mine when they were playing the Steelers. I was like, what the fuck? Just killing the fucking people in the mine.
Everybody trying to relate to a younger audience, and when I feel like it's just another example, man, when old people try to be young and hip, it usually just turns out fucking cringy. And that's what
sad thing is, it's probably some social media manager that's our age.
Oh my god. Last one. So I know this is going to be controversial with you guys. The Lions released a YouTube short of a goat eating grass and then dropped their schedule. I think implying that the Lions are some goats. I'm going to be honest with you guys. As a Lions fan, y'all see the jersey in the back. I don't want to fucking hear the Lions talk any shit at all. The Lions in the last 2 seasons had a humongous lead on the 49ers to go to the Super Bowl, blew that. The following season had the number 1 seed and lost to a rookie quarterback in the playoffs. I don't want to hear the Lions talk any shit. And they also just lost their offensive coordinator. So we don't even know what they're going to be this season. The Lions, to me, until further notice, are on James Harden watch. Fantastic regular seasons. Have not gotten it done in the postseason when it counts. So until further notice, please shut the fuck up and go out there and win some games, especially some playoff games. Take it away, Nolan.
Cold take.
I know I usually look mad at the camera on accident, but I'm doing it on purpose this time.
Tell me how I'm wrong.
That's the coldest take ever. The Lions have the fucking Super Bowl curse still on them, and I do not think that you should not be able to talk shit on your Instagram or YouTube, Twitter profile.
We're 2 years removed
Goats?
from being the worst team ever.
Goats? You don't think Goats is too far?
Not at all. I think
what are we the goats
being
of?
Good at a sport. We're the goats of kicking your ass and beating your team.
We're the goats of grit. Look, I don't even necessarily think they were calling themselves the goats while doing that. Like, I'm looking at I don't think that's necessarily what they were going for with that either. I don't necessarily think they're saying we're the greatest and we're the team to beat. But at the same time, like, you know, they're confident because they're good. They have stars. Like, it's the same shit that Jared Goff was saying to the media the week before the San Fran game, like a year and a half ago now, in the NFC Championship. He's like they were out there talking about, are you guys ready to face this star-studded San Fran team? He's like, we have a lot of stars on our team too. Like, we have Jahmyr Gibbs, we have Sam Laporta, we have Amon-Ra, we have one of the best O-lines in the league. Like, they have a reason to talk their shit. Like, it's not like they haven't backed themselves up. They went 15-2 last year. Like,
without their best
freaking good.
And what has it gotten them? Let alone not even a championship, not even winning the Super Bowl. Have they won an NFC championship? No.
They've still got the Super Bowl curse on them, and we'll get to that once we make it to the Super Bowl.
You're putting the Lions on James Harden watch when they're basically James Harden 3 years into their career because they've had Dan Campbell for 3 years, right? So they're still young. It's still a new culture being developed. And look at how fast it's turned around. Like, if you want to talk about James Harden watch, talk about Sean McDermott and the Bills. They've been there for 6 straight years, 4 straight years, whatever, and they can't get there. Like, it feels like every year they're in the AFC Championship and they're losing to the Chiefs.
Yeah, they're losing to arguably the greatest quarterback in the history of fucking football. Not yet, but I'm saying, like, Mahomes might wind up being that when they finish.
God.
I'm not.
It takes a team, brother.
Yeah, and the Bills haven't fucking blown a huge fucking lead like we did against the Niners. They didn't lose to a rookie quarterback. Like, we have nothing to show for all the success that we fucking had. We've done great in the regular season and have fucking shit the bed in the playoffs. And I love the Lions. I'm hype. I hope that I'm rooting for them to win it all this season. But I'm just saying that we're coming out of the fucking NFC. The AFC is by far the harder of the fucking 2 conferences. We're in the NFC and we haven't even fucking won an NFC championship. I don't want to see goats on our page. I want to see some dubs.
That's just not even true, brother.
And we have the hardest division in football.
Yes, that is true.
Regardless of the conferences, we have the hardest division in football, and we've won the division twice back to back.
Yes. Which just shows that
brother.
Let us know in the comments what y'all think, man. I just want to see them accomplish some shit before they start talking. We don't even have Ben Johnson this season. I don't want to see them fucking go out there and fucking... It is James Harden. A fantastic regular season followed by fucking shitting the bed in the playoffs. That's literally James Harden.
I love that the camera picked that
up. And you guys don't agree.
What have you done for me lately mentality, bro?
I don't think it's anything like James Harden. Not even close. we've had to deal with the injuries, just all of it.
Yes. The injuries
I
last
trust
season were bad.
in Nate Campbell, baby.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I didn't say I don't trust in them. I'm just that I want they need to take the next step this season. The windows don't last forever. One day you're fucking great, and the next day you're the 49ers on a rebuild after consistently knocking on
Well,
the door.
yeah, we know that Minnesota and Green Bay are going to come back and win the division at some point in the next 5 to 10 years. Like,
Don't sleep
we
on
know
the
we can't
Bears.
just fucking take it every year. The Bears are fucking garbage. That shit came out today about Caleb Williams not even wanting to be there, potentially going to the UFL to get out of getting drafted from the Bears.
But he is. I mean, they are there. They're going to be better this season. They've got Ben Johnson, who we all fucking know is not a fucking slouch. I'm just saying, let's not fucking do all this beating on our chest like we're the greatest shit in the world. Well, we have to see how this season turns out. Dan Campbell himself has said it before. You don't pick up where you left off on the last season. Every year you restart and rebuild the stuff up. And all I'm saying is I don't want to see any fucking goats coming from them. I want to see some dubs coming. Because
we need some fucking pit bulls eating some fucking T-bone steaks in my videos.
All I'm saying is, look, the last 2 seasons we've had really, really good seasons, right? When we went, what was it? Did we lose 1 game or 2 games last season?
2
games, right? So we lost 2 games last season, right? And got the number 1 seed. What else in the regular season can we do that's going to surprise us? We're no longer the team that won 3 games, 4 games. We're trying to get better every season. We're there.
We're not expecting the Lions to get the 1 seed. We're expecting them to win their division and make it to the playoffs.
Right. And is that all you want? Or you want to see more? Because I want to see them go to a Super Bowl.
Obviously you want more. You want them to go fucking undefeated and have the fucking Cam Newton run all the way to the Super Bowl.
But what I'm saying is halfway through the season next season, if we're 8-1, we're going to be like, okay, and what happens next? Because we've already seen the fucking 15-2 season. There's nothing that can happen in the regular season that's going to be any more impressive than what they did last year. All that's left is
I felt that way when we were 10-1 this year. I was like, you've never earned anything until you're there. You just like that's part of being the fan and going through the ride and part of the NFL. And there's so many variables. Like right now, they have the hardest schedule in the NFL, but come week 8 on their bye, who knows what it looks like? Who knows what the injuries are? You know. I mean. The Lions have shown they could do it with practice squad guys and go and get wins they shouldn't. So, why would I not believe in them still just because they had 1 bad game against the Commanders?
I'm not saying that we shouldn't believe in them. I believe in them. I think that maybe because I said the James Harden watch, you guys might be taking this a different way than I mean it. We are now in the category, in my mind, of a team like the Bills and the Ravens. Nothing that happens in the regular season means anything. I'm ready to see what happens in the postseason. Like, we can fucking fast forward through the whole next regular season.
That I can understand. I have a
like when Josh Allen.
I have a fear of them doing that, but I don't think that is an anxiety in here. But I'm trusting in our team and I'm trusting in our coaches and I'm trusting in what they're doing. I'm trusting in the new hires that they're gonna fill these voids. And maybe we have a year like the Eagles where we start hot in the regular season and we lose 6 of 7. And then we come back the next year with those. Maybe we change up one of the coordinators because it wasn't working. And we get a new guy in that Dan believes. And that's just what he does. He is always trying to win, man. And he cares so much about this game that I don't think he's not going to let the Lions become a laughingstock. And I get what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
You want to see the best of the best. And who the hell doesn't? Who the hell doesn't? Of course we want to see that. But when it comes down to, as Dan says it, the tournament, there's so many things that happen that, you just got to hope and pray, man. Everybody's playing their best ball. Everybody wants those bonuses. Everybody wants that ring. And everybody's really fucking good. So you never know what's going to go down. You just hope you can scheme up against them. But I get what you're saying in that, putting a goat on your social media when you haven't yet won anything sends a weird message because you're not the goats of anything yet. And I'm saying, that's what we want to. That's what we're manifesting that shit, baby.
I'm saying is a team that is more covered by the media, right? Let's say the Niners a few years ago, the Bills and the Ravens currently, right? If any of them had come out on their social media and posted a video of a GOAT, First Take's going to lead that tomorrow saying, what the fuck have you done to deserve putting a GOAT on your thing? You haven't gotten over the hump. And all I'm saying as a Lions fan is not fuck the Lions. What I'm saying is I believe that we're in that tier up here. We're right here. We're the team to get over the hump. So let's not talk crazy. Let's put our hard hats on, get that grit out, go to work, and show. That's all I'm saying.
You compared it to motherfucking missing 33s in a game 7. That's
James Harden watch might have been a little harsh, but I'm just trying to say, like, we've reached the point where the regular season is not what I'm focused on. I'm focused on what happens when we get into the playoffs. You know what I mean?
But you can't get there unless you face. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, and I know like that post is not the mentality of this team. I think that's where like I'm getting so vindicated in it is like I know the guys aren't even looking at that. You know, they are hungry as shit. They're pissed off.
Oh yeah,
like, they know that they were the team to beat last year and they couldn't do it. Dan said that J-Mo's the most improved player from OTAs, so nobody's trading him, getting him off me in Dynasty. Y'all can fuck off. I've been riding that for 3 years now.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking about their social media post. I mean, we just got done clowning 2 other teams for what they posted. We can't just fucking be homers with the Lions. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about the post. I'm a homer. I've said it a million times. I'm just as excited as the rest of you guys for next season. I'm ready for some wins. I'm just saying that nothing that happens next season is going to matter in the regular season. We'll be hype every Sunday. We'll be on here every week talking about the Lions.
At least it was just an animal eating grass and not somebody getting arrested.
All right. Last topic of the night before funny posts. Max is now HBO Max, which is probably what they should have done to begin with this whole time. I'm thinking about watching them just flip-flop like names every fucking few years.
15th name change in the last, 5 years.
They're like that couple that every week breaks up and then fucking spends a few days like, I'm never going back. And then right after that, they're back together, posting on Instagram. Hey, we've had our ups and our downs, but, nothing's stronger than us. Until 2 days later when they break up again. And then they're back. HBO Max is fucking Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. You guys don't know who that is, do you?
They're going to be HBO Go next year. They're going to be HBO Now in 2 years. It's just going to be the same old bullshit cycle.
I'm just going to be pissed if I have to download another app. If I have to waste 60 seconds of my privileged life deleting an app and downloading another one, I will be pissed off.
Yeah, it's not like they waste your time watching TV shows and bullshit.
No, not at all. The Sopranos, that's mind building right there.
I'm studying.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, you want to show us your funny post? Ready for some show and tell?
All right, let's get it going.
Time, baby. Y'all playing with it, get up on my level, You a lightweight, this is heavy metal, Boy, it's crunch time to lock and load, I'm a rock star, I can rock and roll, Y'all playing with it, get up on my level, You a lightweight, this is heavy metal, Boy,
He's your quarterback, Durant.
I'm a rock star, I can rock and roll.
What the hell is this guy? No idea, man. And why doesn't coach let the rest of us work on this practice?
Wheels,
Show.
What y'all think?
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. That's Yo, R.I.P. Blue Mountain State. That was the GOAT TV show. That's funny as fuck.
Totally canceled.
They I don't know. I think there's a good chance that Shedeur winds up taking that shit over. If he's as good as he's supposed to be, I don't see why he can't beat out Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, and Joe Flacco. Flacco might start anyways, just to give them all some time, to acclimate themselves to the league. But yeah, I think Shadora's coming. Pause.
I'm rooting for the kid, man. I really am. Like the amount of hate he's been getting. Damn. Like I really want it for him. And I mean, it like he said it does start with the hate from his dad, and it just stems and trickles down to him. I'm sure some of his interviews didn't go well as far as the GMs and owners are concerned, because he does, he carries like a Cam Newton energy almost, like he has a big persona around him, but doesn't mean he can't win you football games. It doesn't mean he's going to be this egomaniac in the locker room. Like, and Shadur has not shown you anything to the sort. Apparently he started like blaming other players for some of his like bad plays when coaches were like talking to him and stuff. But that's stuff that you can easily coach out of a kid,
That was in college too.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm rooting for him, man. I really am. And I just thought that was hilarious. Like, just because he is a polarizing figure. And then, like, just thinking back to that Blue Mountain State episode, that is kind of how they hyped it up. Is like, this kid's coming in and he's got money. He had this, like, big-ass suite once he got to the team. Like, yeah. So, I don't think Dylan Gabriel's going to pull an Alex Moran out and, take over. So, I think if anybody, it's probably Shadur.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see that.
All right. So
you want to see Dylan Gabriel do it?
Me?
Nolan?
Me?
Oh
Nolan.
No! I want to see.
Oh,
Shadur.
you agree?
I want to
Okay.
see him run the dog pound for all 6 months that every quarterback gets in Cleveland.
Oh my God.
That was good.
All right. I've got a few for you. First one, at Nelly Chillin on Twitter. I hate the "she not gonna fuck you" shit when you defend a woman. That's not the point. But even if it was, she might. Man, I mean, I'm a pretty cool guy.
Oh my God, she might.
At
That's not the point.
another Cohen. It says, "That's enough group chat for the day." And it's a screenshot. It says, "Would you rather be first in line to fight the gorilla or last in line for Bonnie Blue?"
That's enough internet for today. Thank you guys for tuning in to Late Entry. I don't want to have to make that decision.
I'm going the route where I survive.
Probably the gorilla.
What's the difference? All right.
Okay.
All right.
I do have a funny post as well. I got
Oh,
one.
you do?
I got one funny post.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
So this one is from Omar24. Jimmy Butler and Buddy Hield did all that Robin and Alfred talk just to be random civilians from Gotham City when Batman gone.
Oh my God.
Yo. That is factual, dog.
I didn't hear a single another Batman reference once fucking Steph Curry was gone.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
All right. That's all the time we've got for us tonight.
Well, thank y'all.
Fuck. Leave us
Drop
a comment, like, subscribe.
like the video.
Yep, what he said. Nolan, it's time for your long goodbye.
Oh no, that was my goodbye. I just had to get something out.
I'll catch y'all later. I love you, Mom.
All right. Peace out, everybody.